welcome to your closet. So it will be kind of a combined small review here of the ClubSport wheel rim from Fanatec and the Forza Motorsport rim, and then the Motamec and the Podium hub. So the ClubSport rim, really nice rim, really like this. Fits perfectly for like classic 70s and 80s cars or like 90s DTMs, and also using this for rallying and drifting. So really nice, really like the red anodized aluminum, looks really nice. One thing I can say is I actually dropped one really tiny Allen key, and it actually made, I think it's that one, it's actually made a mark, and it hardly weighed anything. So yeah, be careful not to scratch it. It scratches really easily. And it's black leather with some white stripes of leather on top, and then white stitching, and really nicely done. And that's something I can mention. One of the threads actually came loose on the ClubSport stitching, so I had to cut it, but it haven't threaded up more or coming up again, so no big deal. What can I say more? It's 32 centimeters in diameter, and I think this is one of my lightest wheels. This might be lighter, or really hard to tell actually. This is a bit thicker. I could actually hold on a minute. So I can try with this bag weigher. Like this, you weigh the bags before a trip. 1.4 kilos. Actually surprised. I didn't think it weighed over a kilo. Huh, interesting. So I guess it's the way, like the mass of it that tricks your mind a bit, thinking it's lighter than it actually is. But yeah, 1.4. It's not super heavy wheel, and it feels really light. And I guess it's the universal hub making quite a bit of that weight. So we can try this one as well, because it felt like this was about the same, even though this is a smaller rim, one of the smallest. Oh, 1.2. So this is probably the lightest wheel I have. But not by much. This is, like you can see here, a bit thicker rim. So makes up for the smaller diameter. And this should be heavier. I can feel it's heavier. Oh, 2 kilos. I actually didn't think it weighed 2 kilos. I can feel it's heavier, but I would have guessed around like 1800 grams for this one. I know my BMW M3 GT2 rim is the heaviest, that weighs over 2 kilos. I know that for sure. So yeah, pretty interesting. Checking the weight of them. So yeah, not much more to say about the ClubSport rim. Really like it. Awesome rally wheel. Going over to the Forza Motorsport, also a really nice wheel that have really nice those grooves in the leather, making it really comfortable to hold. Really like this. Also black leather with white leather stripe in the top, and also white stitching, and white stitching of Forza Motorsport in the bottom. It did have the Forza Motorsport logo in the center. I didn't really like that one, so liking it a lot better now with the universal emblem holder covering that Forza Motorsport logo. So this is the only universal hub rim that I'm using button boxes and paddle shifters for. And, I have done this do-it-yourself magnetic shifters on this as the rest of my paddle shifters. Making it a lot better. This is 33 centimeters in diameter, so it's the second largest rim I have. Only the classic rim is larger with the 35. Yeah, this is a really nice all-round rim, using it for like some GT cars, WTCC cars, and some modern cars, so on. Yeah, nothing to complain about. One thing I can say about both of those is the price gets a bit steep. The universal hub is really pricey, and the rims aren't super cheap, so it gets pricey. That's probably the biggest con with both of those. So, going to the last, that's the Motamec rim. Really nice rim. Looks like one of Fanatec's rims in the shape, like the double D. I can't remember what the Fanatec one's called, but they do have a rim like this. This is suede to this one. Really nice. And then a really soft leatherish yellow stripe in the top there. This rim is 27 centimeters in diameter, so I would guess this is both the smallest in diameter. I think, yeah, the Formula rim is either 26 or 28, I can't remember which. And I guess this is probably one of the lightest. If it isn't the Formula rim, might be a bit lighter, I'm not sure. But yeah, really nice. This is a bit thicker, as I said, in the grip, and feels really comfortable as well to hold. There is some, you see, I have some groove in it, getting a bit thicker just over the grip, and then goes in a bit and then gets thicker again on the bottom. Feels really nice to grip as well, and really sturdy and well built. It is a combination of black stitching and also some glued seams right over here on it. But yeah, really nice. And yeah, on this one I have the Podium hub from Fanatec. Yeah, the Podium hub is really nice. I bought it like only the Podium hub without any paddle shifters or button boxes for it. This is used for mostly karting and like low powered Formula cars like the Formula Ford and stuff that have manual gearing. So I don't need any of that extra on it, and then you save a bit. This is cheaper, I think like 150 euros cheaper than the universal hub, so a good option if you planning on not using any paddle shifters and button boxes. You have an option to add all that to the Podium hub, but then the price goes up, and I would think it goes past the universal hub if you do add their Podium shifters and button clusters. But that's an option. One thing I could say about this, like the only negative, yeah, the price is still a bit on the high side, I guess, even though it's a lot lower on this one. This is $199. And the only negative with this hub is that on the universal hubs and all the other rims from Fanatec, you have this menu button, and you can change like the profiles, and you can change brake pressure and force feedback and all that on the fly. Even like in race, you can, if you feel the brakes are a bit stiff, you can just, while you're driving, go in and just go through the menu to brake pressure and lower it a bit. So that's a really cool feature that I actually really love and use quite a lot with the Fanatec gear or Fanatec rims, that you can do changes in the profiles of your force feedback and settings. Whereas on this one you don't have that option. There is no menu button on this. I know I have read that it should come out as an option later on, but I haven't heard anything more of it, and I don't know the price for it when it comes, or if it comes out. They also have this Fanalabs software out now, and you can do changes in the software instead, but I actually like this old menu button system better. I think it's easier, you don't have to tab out of game, and I also read people having some issues with Fanalabs, with performance, getting frame rate hits and other kind of issues with that software. So yeah, I would have liked to have a menu button on this Podium hub as well, but otherwise I really like it. Not much else to say really. 3 nice wheels, 2 from Fanatec and 1 from Motamec. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.
Whispering ghosts are hiding in the closet. Little monsters under my bed. All my toys are starting to